One of the safest communities in America until today.
News of a school shooting.
We have one female that has been shot at this time.
27 victims.
Reports of a shooting at a local high school.
There is a new reality in our lives. No longer is learning in school just about science and sports. Now, it has to be about safety too. Davison Community Schools has recognized this need and is always looking for better ways to keep its students and staff safe during these trying times. Sitting and locking down in place is not the only option anymore during an active shooter event. Today, we will look at a new system being taught all over the nation called ALICE training. ALICE is a proactive way to handle an intruder or an active shooter of any kind. ALICE stands for Alert, Lockdown, Inform, Counter, and Evacuate. Each one of these situations can be used to deter intruders and get you to safety during a dangerous event. Let's take a closer look at the ALICE system. First, it's important to be alert in any situation. You may be informed of a shooter by someone giving instructions over the PA system in your school, but more than likely you will hear gunshots, screaming, or other loud noises that will indicate that there is a serious problem. Stay alert and use your eyes and ears to pay attention to what is going on around you. Also, be sure to alert others of a situation that may be dangerous. Lockdowns may still be needed in times of an intruder, but now we can use an enhanced system for lockdowns. If you cannot escape the room and an intruder is near, then the best option is to lock down and keep the intruder out for as long as possible.
Guys, let's barricade this door, get these desks up, grab this table, rest of us get back.
This means using whatever you can to barricade the door. Moving desks, filing cabinets, tables, and anything else you can move can act as a huge deterrent to the intruder, and this can give police valuable time to respond. Make sure you spread out throughout the room. Do not bunch together in one spot. Look for alternate ways to escape, maybe another door or even a window. Get out if at all possible. Also, knowing what way your doors open will help. You may have to use a belt or a cord of some kind to tie to the doorknob to keep the door closed. Using this proactive method for lockdowns can make a huge difference. An intruder may have to put down their weapon to try and get into the room, or they may just give up and move on. If you are in a safe place and can share information, the next step is to do so. Knowing where an intruder is, where they are heading, what they are wearing, and how many intruders there are can drastically change the equation. For instance, if we know a shooter is firing down near the gym, that information can allow students in all the other wings to evacuate safely before the shooter can reach them. Getting this information to the right people is critical in dangerous situations and can save lives. If you are confronted with a shooter or a dangerous intruder and cannot get out, the next step is to counter. Distracting the shooter by any means by taking his attention off of shooting targets can be very successful in buying you or others time to escape. A group of students throwing things at the shooter is a great way to counter. Imagine trying to aim and shoot while students are throwing books, staplers, phones, and even water bottles. Creating distractions like this may seem pretty lame, but actually, it is very hard to aim and shoot a gun accurately while dodging objects from all angles. Yell, scream, and move around if you have to. Safety is not lame. This technique is designed to create time and space for you to escape. Distract the shooter and get out. This is the idea behind the counter strategy. The final ALICE point is the most obvious. Evacuate.
All right, very good. So we're talking about the Atlantic slave trade today. We're going to start on page 132. Would somebody like to read that? Well, let's go this way.
Don't let an intruder get to you. If you can safely exit the building, do so. It is okay to run and get out quickly. Use the information you have to evacuate the right way. Where did you hear the shots? Where are people running away from? PA announcements and any information where the shooter is can help you get to a safe exit. Note that doors may not be the only safe way to exit. Also consider windows and connector doors that go from room to room. Find any way to safely get out of harm's way. Once outside of the building, do not run towards law enforcement officers. Cops are on high alert during these situations and are looking for the attackers. Running towards them may be dangerous, especially with objects in your hand. Even a phone may look like a gun to a cop during a high-stress active shooter event.
Being part of an active shooter event is a terrifying experience. Being trained and knowing the steps of Alice training can be life-saving. No event is the same, and no one knows when and where the next shooting will be, so it's up to us to be alert and ready to act. Lock down if needed, give accurate information, counter the shooter if you come in contact with them, and most importantly, evacuate the fastest and safest way out of harm.